So, I have been told by a handful of people that I should make a Stellaris tutorial. So, that's what we're going to do today. But I'm Rosewall Gaming. I stream on Twitch, and I guess the reason people are asking me to do a noob-friendly tutorial for Stellaris is I play it every Sunday. And this coming Sunday, which is tomorrow, we'll be doing a multiplayer game. So, yeah. But I thought to myself, I actually gave it a good thought, and I was like, you know what, maybe I should, just to try and help people out. Obviously, there are people with thousands and thousands of hours in the game, that have played and have figured out things and it's worked out for them. I have thousands of hours in the game. Not thousands, I have like a couple, like maybe 2,000 if you add it all together with offline play. I am in no means an expert by any means. I just a guy who likes playing Stellaris, so I'm out here trying to help people just enjoy the game. So I'm going to start this tutorial off with just a basic, you go in here, hit new game. You know, people are a little scared because they see the actual, there's people here you can play, like, you know, there's these, you know, AI empires that have been pre-made, humanity, you know, you go ahead, play them. They're all, you know, solid play. They're all made for new players. They're all noob friendly, I would say. Like there's a bunch, as you can see, there's a whole bunch of them. So that's up to you. But if you feel like you want a little bit of character, a little bit of depth to your own people, you can create one, which is a daunting task to some because they don't understand what's going on. So here, let me help you just pick one. So obviously I own all the DLCs, so don't let that deter you. You know, for this tutorial we'll pick these weird looking things. You know, we'll pick these guys and we'll go hit next. Okay, so this is where a lot of people get a little scared about it. Prosperous unification. As you can see, you have your effects over here in the corner. This is the noob friendly one. This is when every empire starts with. You can change it if you feel like you want to do something different, but as I would say, look through these because it does say right there at the very top. Warning, challenging origin. This one does not say a challenging origin, so you could get away with playing that if you are a new person to the game, or if you just want to have fun. But read what these say. Don't just skim over them real quick. Just don't be like, oh, Scott things. Don't do that. Just take a minute, read through them. See which ones you could like. My favorite ones, honestly, my favorite ones are Imperial Fiefdom, because you start as a subject of an advanced AI empire. They fall apart. You don't have to really worry about them. Or Here Be Dragons, because you might be able to get a dragon out of it. Literally, it says Here Be Dragons. At the end, 50-50, you could get a dragon. If you have certain things, you could get a dragon. But you could play anyone. Like, look how many origins there are. There's so many. But like I said, look through them, read them, because some of them are challenging, hard. Just so go look through them. For the sake of the tutorial, we're just going to pick Prosperous Unification because it is the first one you get. It's the very noob friendly one. So we're going to hit next. All right. So government and ethics. Okay. Me personally, I do a militarist. I usually do fanatic because you do get the claim cost -20 plus the ship rate or ship fire rate plus 20%. Those do matter if you have good fleets. Those do matter. So, yes. But for the sake of it, we'll do just this one. I usually go authoritarian as well because it gives you monthly influence and worker pop resource output plus 5%. That's good. I usually like doing that, so I'll usually do that. And then you can just pick which whenever you want. You know, you want to be a xenophile, which likes everybody. You want to be an egalitarian, or an egalitarian, sorry, which is faction stuff and specialist resource output. You can be a xenophobe, which hates everybody. You can be a spiritualist, which gives you good unity, edict upkeep minus 10, and edict cost minus 10% for both, which is good. But the thing is, you're a spiritualist, so you might not be able to go to war right away, kind of things. Can't use full AI rights. There's negatives and positives and everything. You could be a pacifist, which don't like war. You can be a materialist, which is all about the robots and research speed. You know, and each one of these has a fanatic, which gives you a plus 20 to everyone. But for the sake of this, we'll go with a fanatic militarist and a authoritarian. But see, like, if I pick either one, I can't, you know, I could be a democratic one, which holds an election. You can be an oligarch. You could be a dictator. Imperial is usually the one I go with, because I do like having a one ruler. And then hive mind is you just click this, and you can have hive mind and or machine intelligence, but you have to be a robot for that one. So, but for the sake of this, we're gonna go bop, bop, bop. Okay. And obviously, this thing, these are all what you feel like playing. If you the player, want to play as a pacifist xenophobe, do it. You want to play as a fanatic militarist or a fanatic spiritualist, play what you want to play. But like I said before, just take a gander, read what they do, read what they can and cannot do, and then go from there. That's all you gotta do. You know, and this will tell you exactly everything that's over here as well. This will give you the breakdown as well for the imperial selection. This is where you can get extra buffs to your empire in your civics, which are constant. No matter what happens, they are constant. You can change them throughout the game, add, take away, kind of thing. So, anglers, obviously about food and consumer good. Like I said, go through these, read them. Beastmasters are pretty cool. You can, I'm pretty sure you can just take starting military ships are replaced with space amoebas. So you just get beasts, like space amoebas and stuff like that. Byzantine bureaucracy is a solid one because you get unity and stability per 100 bureaucrats. So that's not bad. That's pretty solid. That's a good one for a noob, like a noob start. If you've never played it, Byzantine bureaucracy is solid because it gives you unity and stability. So you're not worried about the stability of your planets as much. It's a solid one. There's like this one, replace all enforcers with educators, which is upkeep from worker jobs. That's not bad if you're science and you know what you're doing. That's not bad. But if you do not know what you want to do, you don't want to do certain things, you can change them throughout the game. Me personally, I go with Distinguished Admiralty because you get the ship fire rate and the fleet command limit right off the hop. Those are good. To me, because I play the Imperialist faction plus the Fanatic Militarist, I like having ships. So, having ships is good for me. You know, that's good. But you could also just look through and be like, oh, efficient bureaucracy. Or efficient bureaucracy, sorry. Which is upkeep for bureaucrats minus 20. Plus the council positions. Because you do have a government. You do have a council. So you have to read those as well, because some of them give you debuffs, some of them give you buffs. You know, like this one. That gives you a lot of modifiers in the negatives. You might not like that. So you might not want to pick it. All right, well, let's not pick it. Let's, environmentalist. Okay. Feudal society. If you want to be the overlord and have subjects, you can do that one. You can literally be the overlord and have multiple subjects. That one gives you, cool, because subject naval capacity contribution is +5, subjugation acceptance +25, and subject exempt from divided patronage +1%, which is all fantastic. Plus the council position, which is the chief herald of arms, which gives you a unity from subjects +5. So if you have, say, 4 subjects, you get 20. Let me do my math. 5, 10, 15, 20. So you have 4 subjects, you get 20 unity from them. That's solid. That's a good one. But then you get also, wave technology requirements for basic districts. That's not good. That's pretty solid. Galactic creators or curators, they're pretty solid too. Like, there's a whole bunch here. Mining or merchant guilds is solid. Mining guilds is solid because it gives you production per 100 miners +1. Like, all of these are solid. Police state will help with the crime. Produced 1 unity produced per 100 enforcers is good. Plus, it helps with the crime. So let's go Slaver Guild. If you want to be slavers and enslave people from other nations, you can do that. Warrior culture, which means your armies will have like the best. That'll be awesome. That'll be great. Yes, but you can change these civics throughout the game. You will get technology. It'll be like you unlock 2 civic points. You can change them. Don't worry, you're not always just stuck with stuff. You can change it. But for the sake of what we're doing, we'll go Distinguished Admiralty for that. Okay, traits. Okay, you get 2 trait points to pick from, but you have 5 trait picks. So this one's organic. It does not get to be removed because you are a squishy. You are squishy. Squishy is you. Okay. First thing is you see the number 1. Those mean those only cost 1 trait point pick. The 2 obviously costs 2 of those points, and so on all the way down to the 4. But if you get venerable, you get 80 plus years on all of your leaders' lifespans. So if they last to 100 normally, or say 110 normally, you can get 190 years out of 1 leader. That's a solid thing, but you also lose 4 points. So say we click this. So now you have to pick a negative worth 2 or 1. Okay, be like, I'm a slow breeder. Okay. But then you want to be like intelligent or something. It's like, oh shit, now I want to be intelligent. But now you got to pick another one to even it out. Say you're slow learners but maybe you don't want to be intelligent. Maybe you just want to be, that. All right, cool. But you want another one. So you pick slow learners regardless. So now you come up here, scroll up. Cool. Now we're here. And then you have 1 trait point to pick, and then you can be pretty solid. Say you want bureaucratic jobs. No, we're good with that. Habitability, maybe, but that costs 2 points. We don't have 2 points. We have 1 point. Maybe communal. Oh, that one's solid too. Pop consumer good. We'll pick that one then. So you still have 1 trait pick left. Doesn't really truly matter too much. You can go and pick another one, but then you got to pick another negative. You got to balance it out. So there's us. There's this person. All right. Name list. These are just names for your leaders, ships, fleets, planets. You can pick this Roman, CM, UNE, and all the way down to a bunch. There's a bunch you can pick. You can do whatever you want. But for the sake of this tutorial, we'll just pick that one. Species, we'll just do the stat, male, empire name, great. Sildoran Empire, perfect. Biography, you smell like dirty toes. Just for fun. You smell like dirty toes. And we'll go bang bang. Hit next. Alright. So homeworld, you can pick your own homeworld. I usually do randomized. You can pick you literally can go and pick any random thing, or you can pick Earth. You can start in the solar system. Me, I like to do just a random start. So the dry climates, to me, from what I personally have found out through the years of playing Stellaris, that dry climate built, like dry climate ones, will give you more resources than food. So you'll get more energy, you'll get more minerals, alloys, that kind of stuff on the dry ones. The wet ones will give you more food, obviously, because they're wet. You get more food than you will resources. Right? You could find, okay? Like, in the game, you could find a continental planet with 3 food and 15 minerals or 15 energy. That does happen a lot, but I'm not saying the only continental planets will get food. You'll get food anywhere. Any of the planets could have multiple food. I'm just saying, from my experience, the dries give you more minerals. The wet gives you more food. The cold, depending on which one you pick, is more of a balanced one, I want to say. You could get a lot of food, could get a lot of minerals, or you could just be balanced 50-50. But for the sake of this, let us pick continental. Alright, city. Room, you can change the room to, change it to whatever you like. I like, me personally, I kind of dig this one. Or this one. I like this one, actually. Let's go back to city. Excuse me. And these two, name and class, city and room, these are literally just cosmetic. They're just what shows here when you find people. Let's do wilderness, shellcraft, or shellcraft city, solar punk city. Let's do a solar punk city. Looks interesting. This is where you can pick what your person sounds like. This is what the militarist one sounds like.
In battle can the true metal of any sentient organism be measured. Have a thee.
Sounds pretty interesting. So you could pick that. Or if you want to be authoritarian.
Maintaining state cohesion as we venture into space presents a unique challenge. We shall face the challenge head on, and we shall be stronger for it.
You know, it could sound cool. Or you could pick egalitarian.
Equality, liberty, and justice for all. Or so I've been told. I'm just a robot.
Xenophile.
I may be an artificial intelligence, but I share your enthusiasm for seeking out fellow organic intelligences among the stars.
Pacifist.
We build bridges. We don't raise them.
Materialist.
Okay, let's see here. Let's see the lower limit of... Oh, exponent 8. And carry the 1.
Spiritualist.
Faith manages.
You could pick a bunch. Aquatic.
Honest work means hard labor, low wages, and no fun. I prefer to make a living by more adventurous means.
When the shroud calls,
Psionic.
we answer.
Soldier.
Attention on deck.
I personally either do
This channel is now under military control.
the soldier.
Obey all instructions transmitted here and report any insurgent activity to the nearest occupation officer.
Or
Have a nice day.
Or I do militarist.
Good day to die.
But for this, we will
This
pick the
channel is
soldier.
now under military.
Yes, sure. Shut up. Your flag, here's a little bit more customization. You can pick your flag color from your color. Let's pick orange, and our secondary color, let's pick white. Orange and white, and we'll do something like this. And then we'll pick that. Next, ship sets. I own them all DLC-wise, so I could literally pick any ship, and you can pick them. And, you know, you can pick which ones you like, which ones look cool. You know, if you like this one, you could actually be like, oh, okay, look around. Oh, I can see the frigate. I can see what the destroyer looks like. The cruiser, he looks pretty sick. What about the battleship? Oh, shit. Looks pretty sick, too. What about the Titan? Ooh, looks dope as fuck. Construction ship, colony ship, science. You can pick all. You can see all the ships already from this little tab, and any of them. Like, you want to go to the psionic one, you want to do the same thing. You go through. You can pick whichever ship set looks cool to you. All right, but for the tutorial, we'll pick this one. All right, name that one. You can pick what he looks like. In the color variant down here, there's only 7 options. All right, let's pick that one. Clothing. Make him look cool. What he sounds like. You can make another biography. You smell like dirty does. Alright, then you do that. Now, ruler traits. So this is for your ruler here. This guy. This one. You can pick officer, commander, scientist. There's only 3 to pick. I usually go with the commander because I normally am, like I said before, a militarist. So, fleet organizer, you get 5 plus 5 to naval capacity. Warlike is ship damage. And then there's charismatic, logistical understanding, army upkeep, ship upkeep for docked ships, eye for talent, and then everything else. You only pick one, so I pick the fleet organizer so I can get the naval capacity plus 5. Right off the hop, that's what you get. So, we'll hit next. We'll just hit save. Always hit save down at the bottom left corner, right here. Hit that. Always hit the save button because this is your person. Alright, so you've made your first character. Now you've come to this screen. You can pick which galaxy you like. You'll see the preview over here. You know, you wanted to play in the spoked, or the spiral arm, or whatever, spirals, cartwheel, whichever one you want. But for this one, we will pick a 4 spiral arm. My other factions are actually being played as well. They're in the game as well. You can disable Iron Man mode. That just means achievements and stuff. If you want to play with achievements, you can turn it on. Achievements are on. But you can't, like, save regular to a single game file in games played with this setting. There is no turning back, so you can't pause it. I don't think. Hyperlane density, which is hyperlanes that will be generated in the galaxy. That's the little lanes between each planet. AI empires. Controls how many AI empires. This. Advanced AI start. I turn that off personally because I like everyone kind of having a same playing field. Fallen empires, I usually do 2 to 3. But you can turn all those off. You can just hit it to 0. No fallen empire. I usually do 3. But advanced settings, you can go crisis type random. Crisis strength, if you want an overpowered one, you can just fucking bump that to 25. I personally 1.5. That's what I do. Scaling difficulty, I usually leave it off. Difficulty adjusted AI modifiers, I'd leave that off. Aggressive AI aggression, I turn that to normal. Logistic growth, selling or ceiling. I just leave that on 5. And then growth required. Yeah, I usually leave all these normal. I don't usually mess with these. This is the one that I usually mess with. Put that on 2.5. This one I usually mess with down here. Precursors, we'll get to that in a minute. This is where you can turn off things. You can have the mid-game crisis. Is either a machine uprising or the Great Khan if you have Marauders on. I usually don't because they are buttholes. Endgame start, which is the fucking very, very, very final endgame crisis, and or if there's any fallen empires left in the galaxy, they could fall, they could awaken and be a bitch. Marauding empires. Ugh, they are pirates. They exactly as they sound, they are pirates. They are bitches. I don't play with them on, but some people do. And if you do, you do. It's a mid-game crisis thing if you want them. Caravanseries are just AI stuff, same with the L-Gate. This is all just normal stuff. I don't mess with this either. I usually just don't. So, you can go through this and mess with it to find your perfect settings for your game. And if you're playing with your friends, same thing. Alright, but now that we've done this, we've made an empire. Our weird reptilian human things, but made an empire. We have our game set. So now you want to hit play. So, what I'm going to say is there's going to be a lot of people that come into the comments of this video. Yes. Okay. I play Stellaris a different way than everybody else. Some people use their fleets to scout to find advantageous positions, to find good choke points. Or they use their science ships in a different way. That's all good and dandy. But if you've never played the game ever, this is an easy way of figuring it out. But if you have played thousands of hours in it and you want to help and give some constructive criticism in the comments, go right ahead. You know? But make sure it is constructive and make sure it actually will help new players, because that is the premise of this, is helping new people play the game. You can read through this. This is just what you've done. Prosperification, what your ethics are, what your civics are, what your people do, all of it. It's kind of a brief summary of what you just did with your empire. All right, now you hit begin. Okay, so empire focus. You can pick whichever one you want. Exploration, conquest. I usually just change it to exploration because you're exploring at the beginning. All right, so science. Okay. Every time you play, this will be different. You're never, ever going to get the same 3 technologies off the hop every time. You never are. If you do, you're lucky. You have good luck. This is whatever which one you want to pick. See if you want to do that and get a bonus from the science, go ahead. But approximate upkeep for your consumer goods is 3. You get 16 science out of it for physics research. If that's what you want, pick it. But like I said, for me, I usually do blue lasers because I am a militarist at heart. I usually pick the guns. So I'm going to go with that. Yes, 158 months looks horrible, but it's the beginning of the game. You don't have anything set. You don't have anything figured out. It's just literally just started. We haven't even done anything. So these are going to take a minute. Same thing here. You want fleet supremacy, you want better society research, you want planetary unification, which gives you +5 monthly unity. You want naval, or you want naval capacity from soldier jobs, defense armies. This is your pick. Me, I'm going to go with the unity. Engineering as well, same thing. You get the engineering. Minerals, or you want basic strike crafts. Me personally, I'm probably going to go with strike crafts. All right, we picked our focus. All right, now there's an available leader. Our emperor and our minister of defense have some trait picks that we can pick. You can go look through them. Ship damage, okay. Planetary or defense platform damage, okay. Warlike. Maybe we want more ship damage. All right. Oh look, our fleet organizer is still there. Let's pick that because we get more fleet. Minister of Defense. Edict upkeep. Okay, let's do that one. Actually, wait. Let's do that one. Charismatic, because we get good upkeep for a thing, and resilience, because now our leader gets another 20 years on his life. That is dope. But if you remembered, I think our species, you can always go check over here. Yes, we have Venerable, so we have 80 years plus onto all of our lives. But that one person, this guy, just got Resilient, which added another 20 years. So he's going to live forever. Not ever, but he's going to live for a long time. All right. So this is where a lot of people see this and they're like, oh my God, this is going to be total nonsense. It can be. You want to focus on up here. You want to make sure you have energy. You want to make sure you have food, consumer goods. Those are the three, I would say are very important. Consumer goods, food, and energy. Minerals and alloys, and trade, they come and go. You can do that here. Okay, archive. You can change this, by the way, to anything over here. Right? You can change all of this to whatever suits your needs for the planet. But seeing as how this is your planetary capital, you want it to be the one place in the world where there is no crime, everyone's happy. So you're not going to be able to build anything here because you need 400 minerals to basically build anything. So you're in Schitt's Creek on this point, but it's always good to come here, look, see what you can do. All right. So your fleet. Okay. That's a little baby fleet. Little baby guy. Little dude. Don't gotta worry about him at the moment. All right. Construction ship. You can do this you can do this in two ways. Okay. You can do this the normal way that everyone that has played Stellaris since the very beginning has done it. If you hit M, brings you to the galaxy map. You'll see your people. If you hit right click on the planet, you can go there and build mining stations or an outpost. But you have to survey them first. So let's go to our science ship. And this is the old school way of how people used to do things. They used to right click, holding shift, and hit survey planet, and you could do it like this. You know, you could have them queue up a bunch. Right? Or, for the sake of your sanity, you can sit down here where it says Science Ship Automation. Click that. And it's already going to say Explore Systems and Survey Systems. Yes, you can just hit start, and he's going to go and do that automatically. But now what I like to do is I like to come in here and buy another science ship and buy another construction ship. But like I said before, a lot of people will take their little 3-stack fleet and they'll go 1, 2, or 1, 2, or 1. They'll like move their fleets around so they can see out here, it's a valid strategy. It's a good strategy if you know what you're doing. But if you don't know what you're doing, you could very well just lose your fleet. Which, hey, if you want to do that, go ahead. Like, you can just tell them to go out there and they'll go do it. All right? We'll go fast. Okay, we have an idle leader. It's our crown prince. It's fine. See, he's gonna go out there and he's gonna one jump away. Yeah, you see out there. Okay, cool. Discovery of life. See, you do that, and then you can go bop, and then bop, and then bop, and then bop, and he will literally just walk around, and he'll just kind of. Oh, there's no need for that. Okay, cool. Then he could just go there. And then there. Some people do this where they'll go out and find choke points. That's a good strategy. You can do that. That is a solid thing. You can do it. Go ahead. But, okay, so traditions. This is another one of the things where it's a you decision on how you want to play as the player. Each one of these has different things. Adaptability is all about adapting to the planets and stuff like that. Resettlement, the aptitude, same thing. Go over and read them. Take a minute, read them over, see what they do, see what you want to do, and go from there. Me, I usually go either Discovery. On my first tradition, I usually go Discovery, Expansion, or Harmony. And the reason I go Harmony is because of this. Mind and body. Leader's lifespan plus 10. And obviously there's, there's more things there. But let's just do, for the sake of this, let's hit expansion.
Council agenda available.
Now you can only do one at a time. They're not bad though. One at a time, reach the stars, kind of stuff like that. Okay. Let's hit unpause. I'm not going to play this thing. I'm not going to do this for hours. I'm only going to do this for a little bit to kind of help new players figure stuff out.
Council agenda ready.
All right, our council agenda is ready. So this is the council I was speaking of before when I was saying you have a council. This is it. Each of these people do different things. They can add to the government. They can take away from the government. There's just whatever you want to do with them. But keep them here. Don't really move them away. So, infinite opportunities is civilian happiness population, or civilian pop plus 10% happiness, which is good. But this is where you get agendas, which is what we'll do. It'll take however long to do, and you can just pick whichever one you need at the moment. Me, I like to expand the council right away so I can get usually a military thing here, but there's only 2 options at the beginning. I guess depending on your origin, but there's usually 2 options that you can pick. So I usually pick the military one. So we'll go from there.
Recon pass completed.
All right, so we have just surveyed our first system besides our home system. So what we're going to do is our other science ship, we're going to go down here, we're going to buy this guy. And then we're going to do the same thing for him. He's going to do automatic science research as well. This guy, who's been sitting here we just built, click him, go build the starbase. And this dude, we're going to put him on automatic construction. And he's just going to fly around to your claimed territories, your territory, in your systems, and build stuff for you. You can clear blockers, which is just land stuff that needs to be cleared when you have enough, enough energy to do so. So he's just going to clear the blockers for you.
Construction complete.
But now that you've claimed the starbase, your empire has expanded, which is good. It's good to do. But, so this is what I mean. See, like, this is a continental world. It has more energy and minerals than it does food. So we're going to do this, and we're going to colonize. We're going to send our people there. We're going to colonize. You could pick a name. Let's call it Big Chuga. Or Chugga. Big Chugga. Alright, we're going to do that. The beginning of this game, beginning of Stellaris, is a lot of slow paced, kind of just figuring stuff out, which is fine.
Construction complete.
And also hit space because it pauses your game, or you can just walk up here and click pause. Anomalies and stuff like that are things that happen around the map. It tells you when your construction is complete, which is good. One of our leaders has leveled up. Our head of research, which is the person who is in this ship, we're gonna make him do faster surveying. Perfect. We're going to go here. See, now we have 517 minerals. What we can do is we can either build something down here that will help us there, or else build another mineral. Okay. I don't care that you're over there. Why are you blinking at me? You can move your construction ships to preemptively do things. All right, now your Unity went up. Cool, you can pick something. Let's do Starbase influence cost -10. That means your influence on the cost of your Starbases aren't going to cost as much. So, as I'm going to say, It used to be 75, now it's 67. It's a
Construction
little bit
complete.
less. Not a whole lot, but it's a little bit less, which is good for the little bit.
Our
All right, so now this is our
pioneers
Minister
have
of
made
State,
planetfall.
which is our I want to say governor, essentially. You can pick whichever one you want. Let's do charismatic, because it seems like the nicest one at the moment. Order and hierarchy or strength and vigilance. This is just kind of whichever one you want to pick. Let's do that one. Okay, so see, he is the Minister of State for here, which is our capital. But if you go to this, once it's done, it will pop up here where you can put a governor. He'll be right beside it, which just means he's also governing
Construction
over
complete.
it, I think. I could be wrong. If I am wrong, let me know. But as you can see, as you slowly survey your systems, you can just click this guy, go down here, do this. Okay, we got some primitives over here. Okay. Tells you anomalies, stuff like that, events. You know, you might not always get something like this, which is very defensible. You might not get away with a very defensible position. You might not. It's up to you.
Recon
It's up to,
task
actually, it's up to
completed.
the map how it puts you. With us, we're just kind of stuck in between a lot of things, so we're just gonna go either way.
Construction complete.
Alright, so now we have another one. Let's do this one. Obviously, you can just read these over if you want to know what they do.
System
I
reconnaissance
did the Empire
completed.
size from system and Empire size from planets, which
Construction
is
complete.
this up here. It, you know, knocks it down a bit, which is fine, which is good, which is dandy. So, we have colonized our first planet. See, our homeboy is sitting there as sector governor. So he's the sector governor. You can put a planetary governor on there, but I usually just leave the sector. Okay. So, this is where planets come in handy if you're playing with just the vanilla resources. I usually don't. But if you're playing with vanilla resources, you can... So, what I normally do, obviously, you don't have to follow what I'm doing. But you can pick and choose whatever you want to do. But for the sake of helping new players deal with the amenities and the crime, I usually go with the holo theaters, and then I usually will go with a precinct house because enforcers produce planetary defense armies and stability and reduce crime. So we're just gonna let those build. And then once we get enough minerals, I will talk more about other things.
Construction complete.
Let's do leadership. Okay. So this is also another thing. You can do
System
habitable
reconnaissance
world
completed.
initiative, or you can do the just. I don't want to do it at the moment. Let's do that. Let's just do habitable world
Anomaly
initiative,
found.
which means you just go in and try and find habitable worlds. We're gonna send this guy over here.
Construction complete.
Then we're gonna send this dude. Okay. I always click too quickly on those. So let's end up here. Let him do up that. Okay. So what I normally do is I wait till I have about 500 alloys like I just got. And then I'll come over here to Starship, my station. Go to the shipyard, which we already have open because we built our science ship and our construction ship. And I usually will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I usually build 5 of that because in my experience, the AI, when they find you, they weigh your fleet power right away. Because if you have good fleet power, or it's equivalent to them when they find you, depending on how the AI is, they might just not attack you right away. So what I normally do is I build 5 Corvettes at a time if I have the minerals to do so. I build 5. All right, so now let's just talk really quick about the auto designated right here. This little thing. If you click this, you can pick what you want this planet to specialize in on the side here. Each of them give you a different, you know, benefit for the planet. Normally, I usually see whichever one of these is the most, I pick. But seeing how they're all relatively equal to each other, I don't think I'm going to pick one of those. I'd probably
System
pick
reconnaissance
like
completed.
alloys or consumer goods.
Construction complete.
See, like this. This has 9 agricultural districts. I would turn this into an agricultural world. Oh, an odd factor. You can read these. I've seen them a million times. I don't read them. I just go, okay, cool. That's dope. And then we're going to do this guy. Tell him to do this. I don't read those. I've read, like I said, I read them like a fucking, seen them like a million times. I don't read them. And if you come back here periodically, you will get completed things, which is good. Oh, another event. Okay. Read this. This is just telling you that they found rare crystals. Cool. Dope. Awesome. All right, let's go and build something there. And
System reconnaissance completed.
That one. This guy's gonna go down
Science
here.
Division report success.
All right, so it has technically been 100+ months. So, with that being said, you have another choice. You're gonna get a couple more new ones here. We have fleet supremacy again, so we're going to pick it because it's going to give us fleet command limit, which is this number right there, which is what we want to have bigger fleets. So at the moment, it's going to take 89 months or 98 months. All right, we're almost done with our expansion here, so let us just do colony development faster, which means you're just going to develop your colonies quicker, which is good.
Construction complete.
All right, he went over there, did that. You can also queue this guy up to do multiple of those.
Complete.
So you could do this, and then you could tell him to go over there and build another
Recon
one
pass
if you
completed.
had the influence to do so. Which my guy does not. But as you can see, it's been 9 years on the fastest time, and we haven't met anybody. We've just been
Construction
slowly kind of expanding. So have all the other AI, they've been slowly expanding as well. So I'm going to just pause right here real quick. Realistically, I'm gonna be blunt with you for a minute. Stellaris is a Paradox game, obviously. If you buy Stellaris and you want to play it. Take the time. Fuck around on it, take the time. Read things. If you see something that popped up and you're just playing by yourself, pause the game. Read it over. Take the minute. See what it says. Weigh your options. If it's coming to research, read them. See what they do. Be like, okay, I'm going to get better ships for the large ships and stuff. More fleet, okay. Strike craft. Planetary defense hangars. A hangar base. Those are pretty cool. I like those. You want to go to the situation log. Do that. See, look, we built 5 Corvettes. We one thing. Oh, got a planet or permanent stuff. Cool. That's going to tell you things too. Your government. Go through this as well. Society. Go through these as well. Your leaders. Make sure you don't go over the number, because if you do, you suffer a penalty. It's not very big, but it's a little bit of your unity. Each month you lose more of. Instead of just, you know, the normal upkeep for him, it's doubled if you go over. Species. When you get to this, you might be able to create a template, which is the gene tailoring and integrated autonomy traditions. You can gene tailor him. You can create a template and then tell your people to change to that one. Planet and sector. You can create vassals if you want to have, say you're up here and you conquered a chunk of this, but most of you are down here. You can create that guy into a vassal. if you want. That's your decision, though. Expansion planner. You can literally plan expansion right here if you want. Like, Rega 3 has a lot of energy. I would have turned that into a energy district, an energy focused planet. Same with this. I would have turned this one into food because it's got a fuck ton of food on it. Your fleet manager. You can build ships, fleets in here if you don't want to do it the other way. You could just do it right here. Contacts. When you meet someone in the galaxy, it will appear here. If you lose them in the world, you could just come back here and find them. Your discoveries. This is a whole new thing. I even don't know what this is. You find these throughout the world, throughout your time playing. You'll find relics from the archaeological stuff or the precursors, and you find these just randomly throughout the game. Claims, that's for war. At this moment, you're not going to war. The galactic, or the market, sorry. This is where you can buy and sell stuff. This is all because of this. So if you're making 2,000 of this and you want to buy energy, you can go monthly, buy energy. This is a monthly trade, and you could say you want to buy 30 of it, and then just hit add, and you'll buy 30 of it a month. You can also just go to your fleet stuff. You can go to your other things. You know, it's all about what you want to do. Realistic. But if you're unsure of things, or if something pops up and there's like 17 pop-ups, pause the game, take your time, read through them. If you're unsure, if you're very new to the game. And like with what we did at the beginning of the video, how we made an empire. Okay? If you don't understand what certain things do, you can hold your cursor there and then go over to the thing, and then you can not click, but you can hover over top of it, and it'll give you more information of what those things do. This game is difficult, but it's not as difficult as other games. It's a curveball at some points to learn, but I've been playing this game since it came out, and it has changed so much from when it originally came out. So like, even I'm learning things. But with this being said, if this has helped you in any way, if you are a new player and you are unsure of what to do, or you're unsure of things, if this helped you out in any way, in the beginning game, it does get a little more hectic throughout, but in the beginning beginning stages of the game, if this helped you out how to make an empire for yourself, or if this helped you with a little bit of the tips and the tricks and the tutorial that I did for you at the beginning here, if this helped you out in any way, awesome. Let me know. I'd love to hear you guys if it actually helped you. Or if you yourself are a veteran Stellaris player and want to give a helpful tip or trick that you found throughout your years of playing, or throughout your countless hours of playing, leave it in the comments below. Try to help new players grasp the game so we can expand the Stellaris community. If you have other questions and you want to hear me explain them to you live when I play Stellaris, I play Stellaris at the moment every Sunday for Stratagem Sundays. I'm playing Stellaris. At the moment, tomorrow is Sunday, when I'll probably be releasing this tomorrow. So tomorrow, Sunday, I'll be playing a multiplayer Stellaris game with about 7 other people. We have no AI, it's just us. We have 2 Fallen Empires, or 3 Fallen Empires. But the rest of it is just us. So it's just going to be player fights, that kind of stuff. If you have any questions or concerns, or you want to just watch me play and understand how I play, or just listen to the banter or the stupidity that we do, you are welcome. I stream on Twitch. Tomorrow is going to be at 5 p.m. EST, but I stream Monday to Sunday. I stream all day, every day. Usually from 6 p.m. to about, I want to say, until I get tired or bored. It's usually a good 4 or 5 hours. I'm a variety streamer, so I stream multiple different things. If it's your cup of tea, awesome. Come hang out, ask your questions. I would love to answer them and try and help you guys with the game more. But I feel like that basically is it in way of helping new players. Like I said, there are many different things you could do with the planets. Use the planetary designations to your heart's content. Make sure that if it's something you need, do that. Use those. And don't be scared to just, if it's a rich energy planet, slap all the energy districts you can on it. Maybe one food, one mineral, and the rest energy. That's not going to hurt the planet. But I hope that this helped you new players in any way. Like I said, if you want to talk to me real life while I stream, I am streaming tomorrow, Sunday, at 5 p.m. EST with the lads. We will be playing Stellaris. But that is all, and I hope this has helped you in some form of way. But if you're an experienced player, want to also help new people kind of learn the game, leave some constructive comments in the comment section that will help new players. Let's not be dicks, but let's help new players so we can get more people into Stellaris. That's all we want. Okay, but that's it with me, guys. Y'all have a great time, and I hope to see you guys in some streams. If not, and you want to learn more about ship design, or you want to learn more about Stellaris in general, if you want things, let me know, and I will try to do my best abilities to help you guys out. But that is it for me. Y'all have a wonderful day, and come see me on Sundays when we stream Stellaris if this is your thing. Every Sunday I'm streaming it until I find something different or I just get sick of it. But that's it for me, guys. Have a good one.